Hello and welcome back to the Figma Weave Basics series. I'm Ken from Delegate Studio, and now that we have explored how to bring back control into your workflow, instead of relying on luck, we're now going to be using reference images to guide the results. So instead of prompting for, hey, give me a model in a studio, we're now also going to be setting the overall feeling, the vibe, the composition, and that sort of stuff by, again, using reference images. So we're not going to be copying anything. It's just mostly taking inspiration from those images. When I run the workflow now, notice how the output feels way more intentional and consistent. And that is a big shift from where we started. So we're no longer just generating images, we're actually directing them. So if you want to experiment alongside me, grab the workflow from the description again and drop in your own reference images. Yes, let's go. So looking at the canvas again, I imported my own two reference images. So the goal of what we would like to achieve within this workflow is I want to use these two reference images and turn them into 3 prompts that I can then use to generate my own images. So what we need for that is I'm moving aside because I've already written down some prompts that are going to be very useful for you guys as well. It took me a lot of experimenting to get to these prompts. So again, just copy them from the description below. What we are going to be doing is we're going to be adding a language learning model, so an LLM, and that's basically going to help us analyze the images. So we're going to be again using our inputs to generate an output that we then can later use in our workflow. What we need, as you can see from the LLM, is a prompt, a system prompt, and we can add reference images. So I'm going to be adding another image input, so that will give us the ability to use 2 reference images. The system prompt is going to help define the output that the LLM is giving me, so I don't want any explanation like we know from ChatGPT. I just want the outcome prompts that I can later use to generate the images that we need. And then we have the user prompt, which is a little bit bigger. It's basically defining, hey, give me the overall visual style, the colors, the composition, the environment, and that sort of stuff. So it is very detailed, but again, it will all make sense in a second. So what we are going to be doing for now, so I'm just going to be using ChatGPT 5. I'm going to be running this model, and it will give me back 3 prompts, and it's all divided by a little sign. As you can see here, I will just fold it open, and we can see here 3 prompts all divided by a little sign. And then what we can do is we can turn those into a list by using the array node. So then we will get, if we split the text by the right sign, we will get a little list with the 3 different prompts. And the next thing we can do is we can select those different list items with a list node. So I'm going to be copying that 3 times because we have 3 list items. And please just follow along alongside me if you also have the workflow going for yourself. So when I click on the second list, I also, on the right hand side, need to select the second list item. And I'm doing this again for the third one as well. So now what we did is we analyzed the reference images that we have, we turned them into prompts, and now we individualized those prompts by selecting the list item. So now the only thing that we can do, or should do, is we take Nano Banana, let's say 3 times, because we want to generate 3 different images to help us iterate quicker and get to the result that we're looking for quicker as well. So just connect every single prompt to the different images. So the first list item is connected to the first image, the second list item is connected to the second, and then the third one is connected to the third. So by selecting all of them and just running the model, we are going to be generating 3 different images based on the reference images that we have here on this side. And please feel free to, if you want to have a certain aspect ratio or resolution, to click on the individual AI image generation model to select what ratio you would like to have. And here we can see they're already starting to come in. So we have lifestyle photos that took the inspiration from the reference images, but it was just used as inspiration. You can see they're completely different. They're only making use of the overall feeling, the mood, the colors, the lighting, and composition. So if you want something that's closer to your reference images, let's say they're not struck by copyright and that sort of stuff, you basically can just drag the reference images over into the Nano Banana node on the right hand side. So you can use the reference images as reference images in the Nano Banana node, which we're going to be doing now as well. And I will, oh sorry, I'm doing it in the wrong order. So make sure that every Nano Banana node has both the images. So dragging this over there, dragging this one over here, adding one, and connecting it. Sorry, that was a little bit messy, but basically what we did is we took the image references that we had and we dragged them into the Nano Banana node as well. So again, taking the input and trying to create an output that we're looking for. So I will be running these as well. Keep in mind, I think that the aspect ratio is set to auto, so they will stretch out a bit because they take the aspect ratio from the reference images. So I'll just put them out a little bit. And then what I'm assuming is going to happen is they will also make use of the models that are being used in your reference images and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a result that's going to be closer to the input that we have. And yes, that happens. So we have the chair that was used in reference images. We have the model that was used in reference images. Same here and same here. You can see the output is very close to the input that we have, like composition-wise, style-wise, and yeah, color-wise. So yeah, this was the third lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.